Hey, where are my first time moms at, or my new moms for maybe the second, third, fourth, fifth, or sixth time around? This vlog's for you. Today we're talking about mom friends. How to make them. Where do you meet these ladies that are out there? Now that the kids are in school and settled and all that, I wanted to focus my attention to you new moms because there are some great places to meet these other moms, and I'm going to provide you with them today. So, mom friends. It's true. We all want one. And I would almost go as far to say as we all could use one and need one over the first year, especially when you're on mat leave. We all have friends, there's no doubt about that, but we're not always as lucky to have them off on maternity leave with us for that first year. So let me first start by going over a list of some places where you can meet these mom friends. I'm going to first start with the Ontario Early Years. If you live in Ontario, we have one in most big cities that are out there. I'm telling you, this is a great place to go. I went every time I was on maternity leave, and I met some awesome ladies. The programs are usually free or really cost effective, and they have ones where you can just drop in and go, or ones where you sign up and register. So I did like a baby massage class, I remember, with my oldest, and like a Mother Goose program where, you know, you're there and you're singing nursery rhymes to your baby, and it's a benefit to them, the professionals say, and it's good for you because guess what? You're getting out of the house and you're not at home and you're interacting with other moms. Lots to do there. So maybe take a look and see what's out there in your city, what programs are starting soon, and what you can maybe sign up for. I'm telling you, you will definitely benefit from that. That's one. If you are a mom who wants to work out and get physically fit after baby, there are so many boot camps that other ladies offer throughout cities. And Google, also like community centers. I know where in my city we have one, there's a track. And when I had my oldest, I did a stroller fit class, which was great. So you get to work out, baby's hanging out in the stroller, and again, you're with other moms, you're talking, and you're burning calories. So that is always a win-win. Also, we have libraries in the city. So check and see what's going on at your library. They always have programs throughout the week, Monday to Friday for the most part, for moms with infants, and if you have kids who are toddlers and stuff, on and on there. So that's also a good spot. And I would also suggest checking out local churches and local community centers. So I know my church personally, we have just a group where you're coming in and it's sort of free play, right? So if you have older kids, it's great for them. They get to interact with the other toddlers and preschoolers that are there, and also feel welcome if you just have a little guy or girl who's laying on the floor and maybe just rolling back and forth. It's a place where you can go and you can just hang out and talk, meet other moms, and so on. And the same for most community centers. You never know. Just check. Google is our best friend for every aspect of our life to see what's out there for you and baby. So I know for some of you, as I'm talking about this, you're thinking like, there's no way I would ever go on my own to any of these places. But I'm telling you, and speaking from example, some of my dearest friends in my life right now are ladies that I met while on maternity leave at some of these different programs and things like that. So the neat thing is when your mom friends transfer over to just friends, legit friends, because you know that's special. We all make connections, right? So it's nice having people in your life that are in the same stage. Their children are around the same ages. You start to meet, you get to see them grow up together, right? And I mean, these friendships don't happen overnight. But the first step, I would say, is just getting out there, seeing what's out there. It's a benefit for you and for babe to head on out and see. Maybe a little overwhelming at first, but you have nothing to lose. I promise you that. Nothing to lose. You go, maybe you don't like it, you try something else out the next day. You have Monday to Friday, okay? So give yourself a little while to check everything out and keep going back. It may be a little stressful. Throw on a little extra deodorant that day because like baby starts screaming and, you know, hungry, and you got all that stuff to carry. It's a little much, but it's going to be really rewarding to be able to get out of the house, especially first time moms, just you and babe, go do your thing, talk, chat, and come home. It helps the day pass also. Not saying that there's not a lot to do when you're home with baby, please don't get me wrong, but it does. It gives you that routine that maybe you may feel that you're lacking because you're not heading out in the morning to work. So I just wanted to really encourage you, like I'm always doing, to try this, try something new, and who knows who you'll meet and the friendships that you will create, you and for your babe. Okay, so take care and talk to you later. Bye. I remember when I was off on mat leave with the twins, I went and, you start talking, what do you do for a living? And I remember saying, oh, I'm a child protection worker. I work at Children's Aid. And then stopping and thinking in my head, like, oh boy, technically I'm somebody that in an extreme situation takes children away from their parents. So I thought, maybe I'm not going to say that. Maybe I'll just say I work with families and children. That sounds so much better. And then I don't scare anybody away. So I know not everybody is necessarily comfortable with meeting new people, but I'm telling you, you go into these places and you will always have one thing in common, because you are all moms and you all have one tiny little human with you, and maybe sometimes more than one. So if all else fails and there's nothing to talk about your baby. And then go and ask some questions about theirs. And then the next thing you know, you'll be talking for a long time about babies. We're all different moms too, right? So if you're not, I don't want to offend anybody, but if you're not feeling somebody, go to the next person. And, we can all usually get vibes from people. So just sort of gather and flock towards people that potentially seem like somebody you would want to hang out with.